Ever dreamed of seeing treasures so unique they can only belong to one man? Get ready to uncover Wayne Carini's secret world of rare finds. Welcome to our exclusive journey into the heart of Wayne Carini's collection. In this video, we're diving into his top 10 unique and exclusive treasures, items you won't find anywhere else. Each piece has a fascinating story and a history that sets it apart from the rest. Whether you're a true collector or simply love discovering hidden gems, prepare to be amazed by the craftsmanship and uniqueness of these rare finds. Let's jump in and explore what makes these treasures so extraordinary. The Connecticut countryside stretched out in quiet greens and golds, a far cry from the neon buzz of Las Vegas or the gritty auction lots of Southern California. Here in Portland, Wayne Carini built his kingdom, not of pawn tickets or storage keys, but of chrome, leather, and horsepower. His flagship business and the foundation of his empire, F40 Motorsports, came first. F40 Motorsports, a Portland dealership named after Ferrari's 40th anniversary supercar, was a shrine to vintage cars. From a 1966 Ferrari 365 Pininfarina Berlinetta to a 1933 Duesenberg SJ, Wayne bought and sold classic legends here, frequently for customers like the DuPont family or David Letterman. It was a center of activity, much like Rick's gold and silver pawn shop, but Wayne traded in horsepower rather than jewelry or guitars. Knowing that this was his creation, crafted from a childhood spent sweeping floors in his dad's shop, he would stroll the showroom with his fingers brushing the fender of a Porsche. Decades of trust and victories meant that F40 was more than just property. It was his name on the line. Karini Carrozzeria, his restoration shop where magic happened, came in second. Carrozzeria was the backstage workshop where Wayne and his crew revitalized corroded artifacts, if F40 was the stage. Imagine a 1937 Bugatti 57S that was discovered in a barn in ruins and, with Wayne's careful supervision, turned into a concours winner. This shop focused on artistry, which was taught by mentors like Ferrari expert Francois Sicard, rather than fast fixes. Wayne worked through panels and pistons, reviving the sound of the past, much like Brandy would when assembling a locker's disorganized contents. A craft and a location where his hands molded history, one bolt at a time, were what it meant to own Carrozzeria. The unsung hero of his trio, Continental Auto Limited, came in third. Every vehicle left in immaculate condition due to the collision and repair shop's handling of everything from exotic car dents to complete rebuilds. The foundation that kept Wayne's reputation intact was Continental, which was less glitzy than F40's sales or Carrozzeria restorations. He would make jokes about it being the grown-up side of his business, correcting errors so his clients, who included CEOs and tennis players, could drive with confidence. It brought back memories of his father's former Glastonbury store, where a young Wayne discovered that trust was just as important as a car. His personal car collection, which consisted of roughly 25 vintage vehicles, came in at number 4 and was the one he loved the most. Although Wayne had a wide range of tastes, one in particular stood out: the 1954 Hudson Italia, a sleek, Italian-styled rarity that he had been pursuing for 38 years. Its curves are a love letter to his perseverance, and he paid $165,000 for it at the age of 52, fulfilling a dream. Alongside a 1960 MGA, a 1967 Jaguar XKE convertible, and a 1931 Stutz Bearcat pair that he found for a great price of. This was a keeper as opposed to Rick's transient pawnshop finds. Every vehicle evoked memories, rides with his father, handshake agreements, and successful chase moments. The fifth was his log home, a haven constructed 33 years ago in rural Connecticut. Wayne's 11,000 square foot retreat, which he purchased for $1.15 million in 2014, was tucked away on 13 acres and was private, in contrast to the expansive lots of Rick Harrison's Pawn Plaza in Vegas. He escaped the TV cameras here with his daughters and wife Lori. His daily drivers, a 2010 Tesla Roadster Sport and a 2002 Porsche 911 Turbo, were kept in the garage, and he spent hours cutting grass in the fields as a form of therapy away from carburetors. It was his rock, a place where he could be more than just a car enthusiast and a husband and father. In homage to his heritage, Sixth drove a 1936 Ford pickup. This truck, with its flathead V8 and straightforward lines, was Wayne's homage to his father, Bob, who loved American classics. As he had done when he was their age, he would drive it to local performances while smiling as children got in. It was a reminder of sweeping floors for $5 a week and learning to wrench before he could spell. But it was just as significant as a $1 million Ferrari. It was sentimental, a piece of family history he would never put up for auction, much like Brandy's treasures from the thrift store. Seventh showed off his playful side in a 1967 Caterham Super 7. Wayne used this British roadster to blast through the back roads of Connecticut because of its bare-bones design and screaming engine. He had purchased it for its unadulterated joy rather than its potential for profit, which was unusual for a man who sold Bugattis. It evoked the excitement Rick experienced when he drove his vintage vehicles, a time to put spreadsheets aside and enjoy the journey. Wayne referred to it as driving a motorcycle with 4 wheels, and it belonged to him without mentioning his client. His modest but powerful media empire came in at number 8. Wayne also had ownership stakes in The Chase, a car magazine he executive produced, and Classic Car Talk, a podcast he co-founded with Jay Ward of Pixar, in addition to Chasing Classic Cars, which ran for 17 seasons until 2021. Like Rick's TV fame magnified his pawnshop stories, these weren't just side gigs. They were his voice, telling tales of rallies and barn finds. Authenticity was Wayne's brand, and having these outlets allowed him to control the conversation and maintain the interest in vintage cars. The 9th is a raw, unrestored 1921 Stutz Series K-Bear Cat. This pre-war beast, which Wayne cleaned up but left original because he valued its patina over polish, was discovered in a barn in Georgia with only 10,000 miles on it. He taught collectors that history came before shine, a sentiment Rick might find admirable when examining a battered Lincoln letter. With its scratches revealing stories of jazz-age roads, Wayne displayed it at a preservation-class concours. To possess it was to possess time itself, a tangible moment from 1921. The 10th was his intangible but significant philanthropic legacy. Wayne had a mission after learning that his daughter Lindsay had autism, using car shows and races to raise money for organizations like Autism Speaks. He would organize gatherings such as the Klingberg Vintage Motor Car Festival, displaying his vehicles and raising thousands of dollars. He earned it over years of giving back, but it wasn't a possession you could park or pawn. Similar to Brandy's efforts with domestic abuse charities, it revealed Wayne's heart, a priceless gem that no auction could ever match. One evening as the sun was setting and Wayne was closing up F40 Motorsports, he looked at a Ferrari 250 Berlinetta Lusso in the showroom that he had restored for $1.8 million. He might sell it tomorrow, but his real possessions, his companies, his vehicles, his house, and his causes were not up for grabs. From a child's dream in a garage in Glastonbury to a life chasing classics all over the world, they were his story. Wayne, like Rick and Brandy, understood that the hunt was crucial, and he had evidence that he had done a good job of pursuing it. According to estimates, Wayne Carini has a net worth of about $4 million, which is a reflection of his decades-long commitment to motorcycle restoration, his breakthrough TV success, and his astute business acumen in the custom bike sector. Carini showed an innate ability to turn disassembled motorcycles into breathtaking pieces of art from his early days of working on them. This enthusiasm created the foundation for what would grow to be a prosperous restoration company and a career that has touched many aspects of the field. He stood out from many of his competitors in the industry due to the unique brand that he developed in his workshop and that appealed to both collectors and enthusiasts. The debut of the TV show Chopper's Garage marked a sea change in Carini's career. His work gained national recognition thanks to the show, which also gave viewers a close-up look at the elaborate process involved in building custom motorcycles. His profile and, consequently, his net worth were significantly improved by this exposure. The show created a lot of ancillary revenue streams, in addition to direct revenue from television deals. Merchandising opportunities, product endorsements, and sponsorships soon followed, each of which added to his overall financial success. Carini has diversified his revenue streams beyond his work in television by engaging in a number of business endeavors. He has established alliances with parts manufacturers and other industry players, demonstrating his business savvy. These partnerships have resulted in exclusive agreements that have increased his brand's legitimacy and provided a steady flow of income, which has increased his wealth. Carini's involvement in bike shows, conventions, and industry events has also helped him develop a devoted following and solidify his standing as an expert in motorcycle restoration.